Welcome to this Endgame All-in-One Base 9.0 tutorial. Thank you to members for making this content possible. Consider becoming a member. Finally, Base 9.0 tutorial is ready. This is an all-in-one base that has everything you could possibly dream of. You don't need any more than this. This is one base, no mods or anything like that. I built this on Xbox Series X, no issues at all. Now, if you're level 50, then I highly recommend that you build base 8.0, which features a 12-stack breeding ranch. It has 6-stack floating beehive, everything else. But the reason I built it like this was for not only beauty, but also functional ability too. And I think this one has plenty more space. You can do a lot of stuff in. As you come into the base, it has this beautiful welcome home master with the lights that go on these towers. At nighttime, it is beautiful, as you can see. Wait till we get inside. So it has this beautiful castle facade at the front. The view that you have is gorgeous of the world tree right there. And it's at Sakurajima Island. I'll show you on the map where it is now. So it is at minus 642, then 273. Let's go have a look inside. So when designing bases, I always look at functionality first. And the first place I go to at end game is I go straight to the recycle machine and the relics go in there. There's storage here for relics too, and that's the most funnest part. I love doing that. So it's just right next to the PALBOX. All around this section it's looking beautiful too, having this pinwheel design on the floor, double kitchen behind it, and then also the refrigerator behind that too. Over this section here there's the triple hatchery with the essence machine, and over there the PAL disassembly line and the Anubis statue of power over there. So having everything within like an arm's reach was very important, because most bases are all in one. There's a lot of traveling, there's a lot of grappling, and I didn't think that to be necessary at all. And how this base was, I guess, fashioned in the first place was focused on breeding, the most efficient way to breed PALs. And that's by making these cakes, right? So this will still apply to you throughout the whole entire game, where you can look at the ingredients. We've got flour, berries, milk, egg, and honey. So the first 4 ingredients can be all bought from the vendor. You can buy the wheat from the vendor, put it in a mill, and the only thing that's missing is honey, right? And that's why up on the roof you would have seen the 6-stacker, I think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6-stacker ranch up there, which you don't need mods for. None of this is modded. And the bees, you just send the bees up there and the honey falls through the roof. It's insane how much comes from that. So that was a purpose, was to make as many ingots as possible. So it was a predominantly mining base that would get the iron ore, turn it into ingots, and then have the money machines there so you could buy it straight from the vendor, and it still applies today. So if you're level 50, then build base 8.0. It is everything you need for that. So not having to have a base that's just not functional. But this one, we don't need money anymore, and so you don't really need a lot of these furnaces. So two of the old ones, 2 of the new ones, and still the money machines, just because. Around this section here, there, look at this guy. This section here is just the storage, which is really beautiful, the cherry blossoms and the lanterns. Up there is the little antique dresser, which is basically transmog item. You can go up there and change your head. That's people ask, how do I get Zoe's head? All the heads like that, if they're bosses, tower bosses, that you can do on hard mode, and then you'll get their heads, basically. The other thing at arm's reach are these 2 workbenches here, monitoring stand here, all the mining manifestors and the wood manifestors at the front. The view of the world tree is stunning. There's not much of a better view than this of the world tree. Over here are all the planters. Everything is just so condensed, and the pathing, the PAL pathing is perfect, because I've flogged this one to death so much that I know there's no errors in it. Over this section here is the clinic that's embedded into this part here. I'll show you how to do that in the tutorial. This part here is a display cage, not very functional, but I think it looks beautiful, and we have space to play with now. So just having the display cage by itself just looked like the pals were just doing nothing. They were just lazing around the base. I didn't want that. So I put glass over the top to give it that sort of terrarium kind of look. So you could put whatever pal you want in there. We could switch it out with a human if you wanted to. But I don't think that looks very nice. So put him back in this bit here. Now, if you see pals wandering around the base with names, these are all members that made this content possible too. So if you become a member, you'll have a hey George, a pal named after you. And these are pals that I love to use. They are fully starred out of their mind and yes, are very purposeful. Bailey's over there defending. In this section here is a chill out zone. This has got all of the hot springs here and also little cyberpunk lounges over there. This part here, we've got the sandbag to bind like a vendor there. It could be the bounty guy, whoever. Metal merchants, rah, rah, rah. All this section is beautifully lit with that sort of cyberpunk look. I've made everything around this section very dark. You can see the expedition station's rock above it. I did that on purpose so it would have that illuminated look underneath. And I always know the expedition stations, the rocks come through the roof all the time. This section here has another little hot spring, but also this sort of hubbly bubbly tobacco smoking. If you're into that chill out zone, that's what it is in my mind. In this section here, there is the 2 vendors. So whenever you need stuff from the vendor, you can chat to them and buy whatever you need. Up these stairs here, we wrap around and have a little party bar over there. But you see how much space you can use for other stuff that you want. So if you have a guild, you can say, oh, we don't want the bar, let's turn this into a bedroom. You know what I mean? It's just so efficient. It's sickening. So over this section here, wrapping around here, this goes into that office. This goes into your furnace place. Up here is your own little sort of botanical, I don't know what you want to call it, scientist's office, where you have this beautiful overlook of the waterfalls. You have your drafting table there. You've got your important storage containers there, and also the surgery table. You could move the surgery table perhaps down here if you want all the PAL stuff more centralized, but I kind of like the look of the surgery table in that room. I don't know why. Up the stairs we go, and then we've got the dragon statue, the expedition sneaky station over there, cherry blossom tree with the storage. So as soon as you get from expedition, I like to dump the stuff in the box. Then the 3 skill fruit trees. Around here, you've got even more space to put whatever you want. If you want to put fishing ponds, la la la. I've got a whole fishing village tutorial in the chat. There's a tutorial for everything, literally. So there's the stacker floating ranch. So this is where you get the honey. Probably need to put a box down for that one too, so they don't have to keep traveling across the countryside. That's what they're doing right now. And even this section here, you could put whatever you want here. You could put another, hot springs, whatever you like. And you sort of ask, well, where are your beds? Ideally, with your bases, you really do want nocturnal pals, in my opinion, because then they don't have to go to sleep. So through these walls, I'll show you how to do that too in this tutorial, there's stacked beds there. So as long as the beds are there, they'll keep their sanity just fine, as you can see. But also, it's nice to scatter the new beds around too. They take a lot of materials, so you get working on that. But that is how this base came to be. It's how I planned it, and I can't foresee, well, never say never, many changes happening to it, because it's just so beautifully streamlined and the design of it's beautiful. A lot of the bases are annoying to get out of, especially if they're all enclosed. So I like to be able to just jump up on a mountain and fly straight out. Thank you, Benji. So here, you've got that ability to fly out from there or out from here without getting stuck in the roof. And it's just a very purposeful base, and it lights up when you come home. See how it's got the proximity panels on the towers there. So it has changed quite a lot visually, but that's thanks to a lot of the lighting in the new 1.0 content. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's quite an easy build, and it is a step-by-step one. It's not an overview and, here's basically how it works, because inside this base has 2 nodes of oil, which benefits people from level 50. That's why base 8.0 is so good, because it has the 2 nodes of crude oil there, which are where the display cage is in there. So you can utilize that at 8.0, and then you don't need it in this one. But yes, it's very important how to lay these foundations down, because a lot of people ask how I get them so shiny and flush, and I'll show you that in the tutorial, because they're not big, chunky, ugly stone foundations. They're just perfectly flush with the ground and very, very, like you see the dirt through that perfectly. All right, let's get to it. Thank you to the members for making this content possible. Remember, you might see, if you're a member, your name at the base. We've got James over here. We've got I'm a Tater Cat over here. We've got everybody. We've got everybody. So, and a lot more. Oh, there's Ghost Hunter. Yeah, it's all happening. Tom B. Thank you so much for becoming members. If it was not for you, this video would not happen. Moni, this content wouldn't be possible to voice this one. And all right, let's get to business. First of all, put the PALBOX down. We're going to move it, but we just want it in the vicinity so we have access to all our materials. So once you start to see the blue line of the perimeter and you're building outside of it, just ignore that because we're moving it. Now, this is the most important part of the entire build, so pay attention to this one. We don't want to be sloppy with this. So with our glass foundation piece, I'm rocking it back and forth so we can slowly lower it into the ground. Once you have this done, the rest is cake. So we want to lower it down so it enables those oil nodes to function. Now, this is handy for people that are, when I did base 8.0, but importantly, if we don't lay this down correctly, we're not going to be able to put the display cage on top of it. Again, this is the hardest part of the entire build. So the main focus of this, look where the foundation pieces are. See how those first ones are fine? Suddenly it's red in that one. We need them all to be obviously not red, but we need those first foundation pieces to be closer to us than right in the middle of that node of crude oil. So watch this, and you might need to pause it at the exact spot where I put it down. See, I'm just like, look at the width, the thickness of that foundation piece. And it might take a few tries. It might take several tries. Get it right. If you get it right, we're good. Do not give up on this because it will serve you so well with every other single base build that you do. I'm going to color code everything in this design like a floor plan so you know exactly where all the walls will go, etc. So we're going to test the display cage being on top of it. This is paramount. It needs to be blue like that. If it's red, we need to pull those foundation pieces and pause it there towards ourselves, okay? So again, just pause that bit, the exact spot. Look at right there. See how far forward that first piece is? It's not like dead center. And once that blue cage is good, then we're sweet for the rest of it. All right, let's continue on. All the green section I'm painting now is, and I suggest you color it too, that it indicates where the sanctuary part is. So where all of the hot springs are, where all that sort of chill out zone is. That whole green section will be indicative of that. The red is where the display cage will be. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep building out and out and out and out. Now remember, we're going to go beyond the blue line. That's normal because the PALBOX isn't it is not in its final destination. It'll be moved over quite a lot. So keep filling in these spots and the rest will be history in no time. Now the yellow section is going to be the main sort of working area. This is going to be the main part of the flooring. So where the PALBOX is, where all the workbenches are, the predominant part of the entire build. So it's going to be yellow, yellow, yellow everywhere. And then we're going to go onto the kitchen and onto the furnace section, etc. But yellow means main part. This section up here is where those vendors are. Remember, they got 2 vendor little stations with a little smoking pot there. And that's this section. It's running right out to the very front of the castle facade. That's the very edge of it. It's got the tower that's going to go up. And then we're going to fill in the rest. Here we're going to start to work on filling in the rest of it and then focusing on the foundation placement for the front of the castle to make sure that that's right, because some of it's recessed in, some of it's not, so you might like to pause it on the way. And yes, the front, the roof of it is a little bit fiddly later, but you'll figure it out, trust me. And it's nice to sort of start to work on little bits and pieces so you can see the structure of it. But right now, filling in all this part of the yellow again, because it's the main flooring part, it just makes, even this alone, even this painting part alone is very handy for doing little floor plans, I think. Color code this storage section here. A nice light blue, and this is how far this is going to go. And it also gives you a good idea of how space is utilized and how much you can fit into such a small amount of space too. So this part we're going to do the kitchen and the recycler zone. We're going to have this in orange, and it's just crazy the small space that you can fit so much in. And this section is all going to be where the furnaces are. It's quite big, but yes, this is a furnace section. And then we'll fill the other bits of the storage part in there. It's got the bed above it too. This part in light blue is going to be where the hatchery is, and next to that is going to be your little office in purple. And then I'm going to fill out the rest with yellow to continue on the main part of the flooring. This section here is the little office, the botanical looking office with the surgery table and the medicine bench. And we continue on. Right now I'm going to put the stairs down to get our bearings to make the sort of location easier to understand where everything is if you go back and look at the overview video. So there's 2 flights of stairs that go up 2 levels high, and then that will go up to the next level. You can paint these whatever you want. I like to have them sort of the neon purple, but also it looks nice just to have them painted black too, which makes them more sort of transparent. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move the PALBOX. We're going to break that, and then we're going to replace the foundation, or put the foundation in here. And we're going to get that in the right spot. We might have to move it a couple of times to make sure that it's correct, because we want to make sure that the perimeter is perfect. We don't want anything hanging off the edges if we can help it. So this shot here is exact PALBOX location shot. That's exactly where you're going to place it. Now, when I originally made this, I put it just a bit to the right, but you don't want to do that. Put it in that spot that I marked clearly. All right, now to the display case. I'm going to place that down, and then we're going to put the glass walls around it, and make sure that you do paint the glass walls black to make it more transparent. And in this part, it might take some jiggling around. We want it as close to that glass as possible. As close to the glass as possible. Otherwise, it leaves a weirdo looking gap. So right now I'm adjusting it and seeing how much I can get away with, basically. That's like nearly rubbing the glass. The feet of it obviously have their own sort of hit box, whatever you want to call it, area that eats into that zone that creates a gap in between it. So let's just fill these bits in with the glass, wrap around it. Right now I'm just going to get the big door and put it down just to see like if this end of the display cage is very visually intrusive. I don't think it's too bad at all. I mean, that's just the size that it is. We might change that a bit later, but right now it's not a big deal. It's nice to have a little sort of cozy little enclosure there. This one's a little bit like a fiddly section. So what I end up doing is I put the little clinic down, but then I put cherry blossom trees behind it so it doesn't have that big empty space behind it. Because obviously putting flooring and things like that next to a display cage doesn't work out very well. And now we're going to start placing down, now we've got our location sorted out for our display cage, putting down the flooring underneath it, which is going to be the ancient flooring, and we're going to paint it black. So we'll put this down, we'll put the display cage back on top of it, and we'll continue on. And all of this flooring is always painted black for me. And again, we're going to have to sort of readjust the viewing cage just so it's like pushed far enough away. If you do rotate it around, you might have some more luck like I did, and it's not intrusive in that entrance point where that clinic's going to go. So you just have to slowly just jiggle it around. Done. Safe as a bank. Only a little glowing stick hanging out, and Bob's your uncle. And he is. Nice now to keep you company by putting things in the display cage. I like to put the slimes in that are from the Tides of Terraria dungeon, and also Ophidia, who I saw and I thought, you are so beautiful. But there's so many different designs. Like, you can kind of think you can change this base to, oh, you know what? I might even think of that myself. It's all coming to my mind now. Might do that in the tier 3 builders special content when it comes to my mind, but I've got some ideas right now. Very good ones. But right now, go back to it. Ophidia looks beautiful in here. Matchy with these bouncing slimes. Remember, go to the Tides Tray. They're everywhere. The pink ones, the purple ones. 2 Ophidias, why not? And yes, remember to paint your glass black. All right, painting the flooring now. With that purple, you can change the color if it tickles your fancy, which is the hex code A136FF, A136FF in the timestamps. And now we're going to start to decorate, do the flooring for the chill out section, which is all black again, all ancient. And we're going to partition a lot of bits and pieces off with this one. But yes, let's get this part done because this is the cozy part, the fun part, actually. and just continue doing all your flooring besides that big neon strip. And we're going to continue all this. Just there's some parts that are going to be the pinwheel design. They're very easy to do, but the main part is going to be the ancient foundation. Just because it's very dark, it enables all of the lighting in the game to just look beautiful. The other clean one, this is very just matte and ugly. I mean, that is matte, but the other one just looks like, it doesn't look clean to me when you paint it. It just looks dull. Not a fan of it at all. And I wasn't a fan of this when I first saw it either, but now it's hard to beat. I wish they'd give us carpet. That would be nice. So this is where we're going to build the front of the castle. This makes everything a lot easier to understand and remember where everything goes. You know, you sort of have seen the tour and you go, okay, this is where that little chill out zone is. This is where, oh, okay, it's recessed in there. This is where all the those ore machines go along the front. Oh, this is where we're going towards the storage. And trust me, this place is going to feel like home, like nobody's business. It is virtually impossible to leave this base. I built many after this and nothing has ever compared to how convenient it is. You know it like the back of your hand because it's not this big, multi-base joined into one and marking around and grappling around. And yes, I rouse on people who come into the stream and they talk about having to grapple. I know there's no need to grapple. If you're grappling at your base, I mean, if you like grappling, go nuts. But for me, I just want flow and beauty. So let's continue this on and just follow my movements. Spider womaning across the world. And remember, we have to paint everything black. So we don't have this sort of soap scummy looking color to it. But again, trust me, even now I still smash roofs apart because I'm not mindful about things that are anchored down, and sometimes it's easier just to put a roofing piece or a flooring piece down to give it stability instead of mucking around, especially if you are on controller too. So sometimes, so I do it. Sometimes I might be tired and I go, okay, well, let's just do it this way. So right now I'm going to put this roof on. I'm going to get the hammer and I'm going to shove it over the top of this part. And see how it's got flap on the wrong side? So we can rotate it around first, then align. See, it's going, right? So where are you going? Where are we going today? What are we doing here? And really, you can just go rotate it around and then align it, and then it can go down, just like I taught with the stairs tutorial. It's like the instructions are right on the screen. I don't know why I do this sometimes, I swear to God. And then just continue on that. The facade, the front of it is just so lovely. And it's funny, I went back to when it was 1.0, its first design, and it's just look, it was functional and it was coming to life. It was like a skeleton, basically. It's like a skeleton. And now you sort of look at it and go, well, that really did evolve. It is really a 9er. I don't know if it's going to be a 10er. I don't know. There'll be alternate versions that are already flowing through my mind. That it's, I can see like places in this that can be utilized, but there's like you have everything. That's what I'm sort of, that's I think what annoys me about a lot of bases. It's just a lot of shit in there that you don't need, It's that sort of keep it simple, stupid type of thing. You don't want to have so many things and so much maintenance where it's like, why do it? Having 2 workbenches is enough. Having 2 new furnaces and 2 old furnaces is enough. It's easy. It's enough for a guild to use too. Like, what are you making? Exactly. I've only played this by myself. I don't have a big guild or anything helping build it. But I know how many people who have guilds are building these for their guilds. And just because it's just so goddamn efficient and it just has so much flow to it, which I love. So we're going to continue building the exterior of this so we can have it complete in that part. This is the exact placement of the PALBOX. I can confirm that here. Click, lock that in. It's perfect. I just had it the tiniest bit off, but that's where it goes. Now you might like to pause it and have a look at where all the flooring is. It is, yeah, I couldn't make it any more simplistic than this, I don't think. And I wish that I had had this ability previously doing tutorials. All right, we're going to do the kitchen and the recycler section now in orange. So this is quite great how little space it is, but it fits so much in it. So we can do a back wall here and a back wall here. And then this part here is going to have the phasing in and out door over the into the storage section. And then this part, remember, is going to be our office. And we could eat into more of the office if you want to. You could do that if you want a bigger office. But we'll just, you know that I'm very tempted to start changing things. This is how it had 9 iterations. But it came out for the positive, didn't it? So the Tier 3 builder members, they can keep their eye out for changes because you know I'm going to do it. But not usually to the point where I have to overhaul the whole thing and start again. That's only happened a few times. But I love the office idea. I'm so glad that I put it in. But again, it comes down to the more sort of tied to technology and the smaller things, because those later production lines were like 4.5 squares long. You know, that made it hard to build basic kind of stuff in the bases. You had to have massive long sort of areas. A lot of people just plonk their stuff out in the middle of an open field and say, here's the base of my dreams. And they might like it. A lot of people did not like this because they found it was too, like, not this one, but the original one, because it was too sterile. They wanted dirt. I'm like, no, we're not going to be dirty. We're not going to be dirty today. I'm sorry. You go be playing in the dirt, not me. But then we're going to go over this section here. This is, remember, the hatchery section, but keep painting your glass black. It makes all the difference in the world. So I think 3 hatcheries is enough. I think even two is enough. Even looking at 3 annoys me a little bit, but some people go breed crazy. So I put 3 down for you in case you wanted to do that. And lighting is the magician of this build. The black and the lighting, that's the secret. And hiding the lights too. And it can get a bit fiddly. But again, a lot of people say, Epic, I'm not creative. You are creative. You just have to spend a little more time on the little sections, the little things. Like, we can't just look at a base with, 19 by 19 squares and how do I make this creative? Because it's overwhelming. If you sort of focus on what you want at your base, what's your priorities, and then focus on those areas and decorate them and design those little micro. Don't look at the big picture, basically, once you know where you want everything. So this is where it gets a bit weird, I guess. But you just follow along. Like, I had to rip the whole base down in order to do the tutorial. So I took so many photos of this, it was just wild. And then even then when I watched it back, I'm like, hey, I don't have the angle that I need for this. So it sort of gives me an understanding of what people need in a tutorial. Because it's easy just to build something, go, here's an aerial shot of the building, goodbye. This way I can go through the pain and the suffering of going, how do I put this roof? Where do I put this roof? Where does it connect? You're doing all this crazy stuff and there's walls going this way and there's I know the pain and the suffering of it. So I know how to deal with it. But I'm always going to make things more complicated than what they need to be. But in the end, it works out better. It does. And it's easier just to make a base. It's just a freaking box. And here's a little place where your pals can go to sleep. See you later. 12-minute video, 15-minute video, see ya. And I'll do them because I know that people want simple ones. 4 hours overwhelm some people. It'll probably overwhelm me too. I enjoy doing them. And I just can't keep it simple all of the time. So anyway, these things are those phasing doors, but I wanted to keep them open and have the pod things inside them. So sometimes you get the joy of seeing your own pals being healed while you look up at your base. I don't think that's morbid, do you? Anyway, let's get back to it. This part I kind of dreaded because I knew that because it doesn't line up perfectly symmetrically, because we had to accommodate for the display cage over the other side. I knew that a part would jut out, and I knew that it'd be very easy to misalign things, but I'm pretty much mastered this without too much error. So I wanted a big strip of lighting up the middle like this, and then I wanted those two on one side, two on the other to display those healing pods. So opening up those phasing parts to keep them, breathable, and have the pods on display is almost like a statue, if you will. And focusing on the clinic again, I'm going to make this a little bit more cozier. I'm going to put one of the phasing doors there because it's nice and tighter, don't you think? And then one above it too. I'm going to paint it black also, and then one on top of that now. And then we're going to start to grab that clinic, and we're going to have to jiggle it around a little bit and do a trick. I sounded messed up, but it is. And we're going to place it in there, but I want as close to that door as possible so it looks like it's part of it. Shuffle it back, but we have to make sure we can put a wall in to do our little wall trick. So here we open it up. Yeah, that looks fine. But we need to be able to build our wall next to it. And again, we might need to move it back and forth. We need the triangular piece to fit. See, it's red? And even with that, it says no. So we have to move that clinic to a point where we can stick that triangle in to replace it with a whole wall, which we'll do in a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our clinic there. We're going to make sure that our triangular piece fits next to it. Then we're going to place it down. We're going to select our plain square wall. We're going to put our hammer over that triangular piece, click it in, whatever it says for your replacement mode on and off, click it in on that triangle, and then place it down, build that square wall. And that's that sort of little secret trick of embedding it into it. Now comes the joy of just filling in the roof all across the way. Most of it is black roof. There's some sections that are clear just because I wanted the very coloured chill out zone to be very ambient with lighting. So obviously we had to, you know, keep it black as possible to let that light go bang. Run down and replace all this big strip with some purple flooring because it looks really nice under the lighting, not gonna lie. And then we're gonna go to this section here and we're gonna start to get fancy with it. Are you ready? We're gonna fill up this zone where the vendors are with that sort of chill black flooring, just for the warmth, and fill that all in. There's hot springs that are going to pop up there, and then just continue this along all the way to the end part here, which continues to be that sort of very cool and cozy cyberpunk cozy section. We're going to paint all that black as usual. Right, time to build the sort of chill out vendor spot, putting a phasing wall there, and then we're going to decorate this part too. Again, making those walls nice and tall and having little pods so we can have little private couch and decoration, and then just sort of changing up a little bit. But importantly, this is where the vendors are going to be for you to buy your stuff off them. So run a few little fence lines along there. And paint them black too. We want the second floor because we want to have stairs that's able to get up to. They look so dirty, don't they? Stairs that are able to get up to there. And then just have this, like you could do so much with this zone, but to have it as a chill out zone is very nice. And then continue on. Here I'm just going to put one pod down. They use the hell out of this. I'm not going to lie. This is their favourite pod to go to, and they just love hanging out in it. So it's the go-to one. Even though there's pods scattered around the place, this is the one that you'll always find a dude in. Even if he's not injured, he just sleeps in there. So capping these off with the little pillars, the ancient technology pillars. I don't mind the white ones, like when you make it just plain, but you know, it's sort of a black theme, so it wouldn't be too bad to have purple either, but we'll just sort of keep it uniform before I start to battle around too much. And again, just painting everything black. If you see windows, you're going to paint them black. If you see walls, you're going to paint them black. Time for our pinwheel designed floor. How to do this one, we're going to break up those 4 squares and get rid of those foundation pieces, and we're putting the triangles in, but the secret to the pinwheel one is make sure that the sharpest angle is facing the middle, okay? So right now I'm going to grab a glass piece, triangle foundation, and put this sharpest angle facing the middle, like it's like someone smashed the glass in the middle and it just goes outward like this. We're going to paint it purple and black, and we're going to do it across the 3 of them. So again, sharp towards the middle, big booty on the edges, over and over and over again. Then we're going to paint it up. So right now I'm going to replace all of the existing flooring, the yellow flooring, with the ancient one. And again, it goes back to the replacement mode. The replacement mode on and off, you can see on the right hand side, and doing continuous build. So instead of breaking one and breaking one, we can just go click, 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 click all the way along, if that makes sense. I hope to God that it does. So see, I'm just going painting, painting, you can just, it's almost like power wash simulator, but we're just painting instead. All right, on to the next. Now comes the joy of doing all the back wall. If you've got a whole bunch of storage containers, here's going to be so fun for you to do this part. I'm going to cut it out so you have to watch it. But filling in the whole back wall with just black, the ancient walls, and then painting them black. So run along, and complete all that part. Section, we're going to do the storage part, and this is one of my favorite pieces of this build. Actually, it's so handy and convenient and stored in sections. You can color code these containers because you can paint containers now. Even though you can't paint a lot of this container, it's just the edges of it really. It looks quite nice too. So let's build these storage parts for your inventory. part where I beeline to bring all my pals out that are transport pals to transport all the stuff from the back where all those advanced crates are, storage crates, to bring all the stuff back inside. This was very unpleasant. If you've got a lot of stuff, you're going to have the same experience as me. So good luck with that. I'm going to cut this out of this tutorial so you don't have to watch it though. All right, continuing on this section here, we're going to put our entry into the furnace section. So we want 2 stories high with this, and then we're going to have the phasing door that makes us be able to enter into the furnace section. So now we're going to put stairs going up, look where that's placed, up to the next story. And again, pay attention to where that is. There'll be a doorway that'll go into the kitchen. You can paint it purple or you can paint it black. And then we're going to put a phasing door over there, and then we're going to block the view of that staircase. And this is where our kitchen and our recycler part is. So this is our kitchen part. We're going to have a nice little pinwheel design. Originally, I didn't have this color until I saw it. I'm like, I really like that. It's a nice contrast with that and a lot of the purple that's at the base. So I wanted to do pinwheel again, you know the story. Sharp angles towards the middle, just like you're breaking glass. And every second triangle is going to be a different color. Well, on and off, black, and then in this case it's going to be the orangey color, and on and on and on. I just like the design. I think it looks nice. Some people say it does look like the Umbrella Corporation. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to go for just that sort of burnt orangey yellow. Actually, orange would look nice too. And then paint the other ones black. So that is the existing sort of burnt yellowy orange that exists on the hex code panel at the bottom, I think. Then we're going to put the fridge in the corner. It does eat it into a little bit of the doorway, but it's no drama. And then put the 2 fridges next to it. This part we're going to put a couple of cupboards mounted on the glass wall to store our goodies in, the relics that you'll pick up along the way. And I think that'll look nice. You probably might need another one of these actually, because there's one more relic, but these will look nice in the meantime, I think. You could probably get 3 of them quite easily. And I think, yeah, the colours of these are a bit leery for me, but I just went all out. Like a nutcase. And they just look really nice at night time. All right, time to place the pods in these little alcoves. What I did was I just gingerly jumped up, double jump up, and then just place them in as close to the front as possible because we're not shutting them. I want them exposed because we're going to put lighting inside it too. Yes, we are. The hatchery, I'm going to do 3 of these. At first I thought, oh yeah, I'll just put them here nice in line with the others, but I actually think it looks better to push them all the way back against the wall. Up to you. But in the end, I think we'll push them all the way up against the back wall. Depends on if you think they're a bit too standy-outy. And then we're going to put the essence machine at the very end of it. We're in the furnace section now. We're going to replace the flooring. We're just going to do it with the ancient flooring because it's just nice and black, but also sort of shrouds that grass coming through a little bit more than the shiny sort of flooring. It is what it is. You can't really have it both ways with what we did at the start with those nodes of oil. Power generator time. This is going to go dead center right at the very front of the base. I don't want it hidden. Usually I hide these things away, but this one looks beautiful. I want it right at the front. So we'll do that. Then we're going to put the ore machines alongside it too, on each side of that. Nice and neat. And they look fine there. The ancient workbenches, these are incredible. I'm not a big fan of having the two elements. I mean, it's okay, the two elements of the pals, but you know I don't like planting and gathering ones and medicine ones. So whenever I see the medicine, I just go, oh gosh. So forces me to use pals I don't really want to use. Anyway, back to this one. Let's do the planters. Six of these, I think, is quite enough. We don't want to be greedy. I know that some people have probably a whole base just of planters. Actually, that's a good idea. It'd be interesting to watch. But I mean, there's so much as enough food because there's only so many fruit. Like, I don't want to have a base that's just fridges to hold food that I'm never going to use. So the idea is nice. But yeah, 6 is enough. To clean up the dirty parts around the back and filling in the blank spots and starting to work on the roofing section for the second story. I'm just going to put the Anubis statue here. I'm going to move it later next to the PAL disassembly line just because I think it's very claustrophobic and desperate looking there. That's probably the word I would use for it because it is. All right, putting the phasing wall that goes into the furnace section there. And then we're going to put a roof on top of that. So everything's nice and flush. You know we're going to paint it black. Sometimes I think we should just paint at the end, but I don't know. It's just visually triggering to have it look like that the whole time. So I like to do it as I go. Then we continue this part and we're going to do our beautiful little botanical botanist sanctuary, whatever the hell you want to call it. Your little office. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what we're going to do. Time to do your botanist office build. Stairs going up, paint them whatever you like to have them done. I'm still keeping the sort of sci-fi, ancient tech look to it. And I'm still in two minds about this one because, you know, I like to put the surgery table in there just because I think it's kind of nice for a patient to have a nice view. I know that it's LARPing and being weird, but people can't rouse on me for that because they give me grief all the time. Oh, your pals are hungry, feed them. Well, why wouldn't I put the surgery table with a view with the palm trees and the waterfall? You want them to be in the corner of a dark room? So you can't have it all. So I'm putting the glass corner on that part. I'm just having it nice for the pal and for myself, and putting the surgery table there, the medicine production thing, and lovely little storage cabinets too. I just want this to look nice and where you want to go. Continue on our roofing frenzy, aren't we? That's what we've been doing, the roofing frenzy. And that's going to continue on for a while. So just chill out and just keep on filling in the spots. But remember, whenever it's over the sanctuary side, it's going to be black. We've now entered the chill out zone. This is where we start to build our little Cyberpunk booth at 138. And this is where we hide our lighting too. This is where we hide our accumulators. I want to, put two couches there. I can't fit much else. Put the ironwood little corner, like the little table there at the end. And I think it's nice to have a Japanese piece there. Once we have those lights lit up, those dirty orange couches are going to be neon looking. You watch. Time to place the hot springs down. You might like to rotate these around different angles, different ways, depending on where you want that sort of faucet part to come out of. I like the look of the pane of glass that has the design on it, but that can sort of block the view. So it's nice to have the steps go towards you, but have a play around. It's sort of horses for courses and see how you like to have your setup. here comes the fun part. This is where we're going to do the big roof. It's going to have 2 slopes going up and 2 going down. Now you need to be careful because the other side has a part that juts out because of that display cage on the other side. Remember, we had to make it sort of jut out. So we're going to have a jutting out piece. Don't be deceived by it though. That's just how it is. And then you'll see what happens. So we're building up. Remember to rotate your panes around. So here, if it doesn't go that way, we can rotate, then go into the alignment mode. See that? Flap out. And then we continue down the other side. So we're going to put, see this, a wall underneath the flap, the roofing part that's ended up there because it's not going to align with that part that's overhanging. I fell for that trick of my own, funnily enough. So there's a lot that you can hide in these walls. It is crazy, but we're not going to be doing that. Making a tutorial for that would just be demented. And don't need to make it more complex. You can think of all the things that you can fit inside the different levels. But right now we're just sort of trying to keep it simple. For our tutorials, that's my middle name. This one is not that long, surprisingly, but it has been the most difficult because I had to really deconstruct it, and the number of materials that were in those boxes were just wild. And I thought, oh my God, is my thing going to clap out now? So anyway, this part we've done the big roof, and onward and upward. So here we're going to continue on the front of the castle, the facade, and this is really where it's going to start to look very beautiful. There could be accidents along the way. It's fine. Remember, every single piece of glass has to be anchored in to something. You can't just have a roof that's sort of floating, basically. It has to have some sort of anchor on it. And a lot of the time, it's some sort of weird rules to get around this. So you could just create exactly the same design, but if you build it the wrong way around in the wrong sequence, it blows up and doesn't work. So you live and learn. To put the expedition station down, we need to fill in all those bits too. We're going to build that and get that going because you do not want to sleep on that. It's probably one of the most underrated items in Palworld. I'm going to go across to the cozy section now and put down the brazier there. The brazier speeds up kindling, just as all the other sections speed up certain features and facets of it. So here, put the brazier down, make sure you utilize all the other ones too. All right, so onward and upward. So we're going to continue decorating the sanctuary part. We're going to put cherry blossom trees down in there too. And yeah, just to make it a little bit more cozy than what it was. Now we've got all the lighting up. Pals out to power that up. And just scatter these around. Be very mindful about where the branches go. We don't want them getting stuck and caught. One little tree being in the way can stop them from even going down there ever. You'd be surprised. Even a carpet on the ground might stop them from being able to move to a certain point with the pathing. So always check, 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 as we've learnt. This section here, we're going to work on your office, and hopefully it'll be nice. A lot of people won't like the advanced metal chairs because it's a bit too janky looking, but they have a lot of storage in them, so it's an interesting one. You could literally have 4 advanced chests in there and you could totally shroud them, but I don't know, I like the jankiness a little bit of them, but I'll change my mind, I'm sure. The other ones don't have enough storage, but what are you going to do? Don't build them back to front like how I did. Place them the right way. PAL disassembly line. A nice place to put it. What do you think? I think so. Now it's time to do the 6-story beehive, or whatever ranch you want to have it as. That's what it is. And this one is wonderful. All those ranch pals will congregate at the ground floor and they'll just drop stuff like maniacs. It is crazy. It's the best farm ever. So the way you do it is, this is the easiest way I find, is just to put a couple of walls up. You can put a pillar. Some people just put a pillar, do whatever you want to do. And then we're going to start to build out using these containers, which you'll need a lot of ingots for, but by now you should have them. And you've got furnaces downstairs to make them now too. So we're going to keep building these out and snapping them onto the side. So I'm just holding my axis alignment mode, holding it down, then placing it. So mine, right trigger, holding it on that box next to it, place it down, like continuous build. You have to kind of wait for it to be built fully sometimes. And then again, that's why that back wall is handy, because it can snap on and align it easier. And then continue on, depending on how many stories you want. If you only want 3 stories, you're only going to do 3 of these high. If you want 10 stories, I wouldn't recommend it, because that's what I'm saying. You can make the most dramatic, here's my 300-story ranch, but there's not enough, the pals won't fit in it. You know what I mean? It's unnecessary. Even 6 stories is too much. I think that maybe 4 stories is probably ideal. And it gets to the point where it starts to look weird, So, even, I think the 12-stack breeding farm that I did before, I think that's feasible. When you're making pals and you're using them to put them in the essence machine, then that's fair. But how much honey do you need? I don't even know how much honey I've got. Originally, sit back, here's a story while you do this. Originally, when they had the ability to make floating ranches, when I say they let you be able to use this glitch, and you'd make a flooring, and I think it was, I can't remember, maybe it was like 3x3 or something, and then you'd make the 3x3 floor, like a ceiling, and put the ranch down, and you put another one on top of that, like flooring again. So pretend you got 3 levels of flooring, but you'd whack a hole in the middle of the first one and then put the ranch down, and then you could break all the other bits of flooring and they'd float. They took that ability away. So now you have to use these expensive containers. And I thought, my fantasy idea was, wouldn't it be cool to make a breeding ranch that's like a gacha machine? Not really a gacha machine, but when the items come out of the machine, You know, when you get your prize, you wind the thing sometimes and the prize comes down the chute. I wanted the ranching stuff to come down the chute, and you can still do it. I could do it now. I just smash a hole in the wall and in the floor, in the middle, and they'll fall down. But when I did it, I knew I could still do it right now. I just don't want to. I might do it in the next build. So having the ranch items, so all the pals would go up to the top of it and they'd drop their ranch items and they would go down the slippery dip, as in the items would. And they'd roll on downhill. Just like in base 8.0, if you have not seen it, the PAL disassembly line is upstairs. It's on the second story. And what happens is when you have a lot of pals that you're chopping, the end of the disassembly line gets full and it overflows. And I thought, maybe I can have my little fantasy again. And so indeed, I whacked a hole in the floor and the items started falling through the hole. Actually, at the fishing bases, I've already got that again. So it allows the transport pals to just not even have to go upstairs. They just walk up to the hole and pick up the items, right? But I wanted a bit more dramatic than that. So I put like a roofing piece in there. So these not body parts, whatever the pals drop, would fall in there and just roll down that slippery dip. Like a laundry chute of body parts. Anyway, so that's an 8.0. So if you're watching this and you're level 50, I highly recommend it. It's quite a spectacle. Anyway, so this is how we do this part. We build each of these shipping containers, put our ranch on top. Once the ranch is built, we smash that level of containers that was holding that ranch up. So watch now, I place it down. Perfect when it's blue. And now we can break these level of containers underneath, only these levels. If you mark this up, you're in trouble. Do not accidentally break the ranch or you have to start again. So break those, get back on your little pedestal, get the next ranch, put the ranch underneath it. The same goes with the breeding pen things. You can do the same thing with the breeding pens. You just need more of these containers because they're bigger. And they look terrible if you don't align them properly. So watch my 12 stacker breeding ranch video, which is pretty much perfect if you don't have the hatcheries. The hatcheries are enough reason for you to really go nuts to try and finish the game, to try and get the level to unlock it, because the breeding ranches are so gaudy and it's just flying up and having to get the eggs and oh my god. Get the bat out, the bat will retrieve it. It's quicker just to fly up and go click, click, click. But when you have 12 breeding ranches, so 2 lots of 6 is just crazy. Anyway, so that's how we do this part. Now we're going to do the lighting out the front. This one's quite important. It depends on what you like, but I think that it really sets it off to have, you know, whether it be purple or whether it be pink or the aqua colour. I think green's nice if you like that colour, but it looks a bit murky and dirty. But the pink really lights up statues and it makes all of the furniture look much better, I think. And the trees. time to stack the pals fluffy beds. This one's quite easy. What we do is align the bed to the wall, and then we put a Japanese cushion on top of it. Have that built, and then we put another bed on top of it. Remember to align it to the wall, and it'll place it automatically. Then the Japanese cushion. The same goes with the planters. Not that you need planters now. There's no need to do all weird stacking things. It's unnecessary. We're at the end game now. It's time to move on, unless you really get off on seeing them water their plants, which you might. So time for the flyover, our most beloved part. I hope you enjoyed building base 9.0. And if you're a tier 3 builder member, don't forget to check out any additions or expansions. I haven't fully decorated this one yet, so that will be in the channel. And stay tuned for more. Thank you so much to all members for making this content possible. And as I've said before, all members get a pal at my base named after them. And don't be surprised if you see your pal wandering around on the screen in the next upcoming video. I love and leave you. Thanks again.